Ruth Edwards.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. In our home, pets aren't property. They're members of the family. There's Geoffrey the tortoise, whose sole aim in life seems to be to find the most obscure and inaccessible corner of the room to sit in for the day. Indeed. The back of the fireplace, though, is his current perennial favourite, and crawling in there to retrieve him has become an evening ritual in our house. We then have Florence, Vera and Coco, the alpacas, unless you happen to wander into their paddock with a handful of carrots, in which case you'd be forgiven for thinking you were dealing with a shoal of piranhas. And then there's the newest member, Sergeant Wilson the donkey, whose mission is to eat the world, even if it does involve getting his head stuck in the fence whilst trying to reach for the raspberry canes. Many of my constituents have been in touch with me to express their concerns about pet theft over the pandemic. So I started a Rushcliffe pet theft survey to listen to people's views. 96% of people told me they were worried about pet theft. 30% said they had been or knew someone who was personally affected by it. 90% have taken extra precautions to make sure their pet is not stolen. There was varying support for different measures to help tackle pet theft. 44% wanted tougher sentences, 22% to create a separate offence, 17% wanted more regulation on pet selling, and 15% more support from the police. So I'm pleased that the Pet Theft Task Force will be addressing all of these points and considering the issue in its entirety, including causes, prevention, reporting, enforcement and prosecution. I think there are a number of fundamental issues to think through. Should we be thinking of pet theft as theft at all, or is it close to abduction? So many contributions here tonight have been talking about pets as a member of the family. What about the animal cruelty element? At present, if someone causes an animal to suffer in the cause of stealing it from their owner, they can be prosecuted under the Animal Welfare Act. But aren't all acts of wrenching a pet away from the family who love and care for it an act of animal cruelty? And what about sentencing? We already have a maximum term of 7 years, and yet it rarely seems to be used in the case of pet theft. So I welcome the opportunity to debate these issues tonight, and I thank my Right Honourable friend for Chingford and other Right Honourable and Honourable members for the amendments they've tabled that have enabled us to discuss it. I won't be supporting any at this stage because I think we need to see the result of the Pet Theft Task Force first, so that we have the data we need to make the best decisions and ensure we have the strongest set of tools we need to deal with the people who want to steal our pets. So I look forward to seeing the results in a couple of weeks' time and to ministers taking strong action to implement its recommendations in this bill in the autumn. We owe it to our pets to make sure we get this right.